Let me introduce you to a very interesting workflow, especially when we need to edit content from remote locations, even from our home. We can access to the web interface of VSNExplorer, search our assets, and use the low-res versions of the files to work with our editor in local from our computer, and then with just one click consolidate using our render farm engines that will create the high-res file in the selected destination. The workflow is so straightforward. From our remote location, we access to the web browser with our network connectivity, and we search our assets and preview the proxy. Then you can use our Edit tool to select different cuts from different assets and create your sequence. You can select multiple cuts from different assets and drop them to the timeline. I will load another asset, and here exactly the same. We are just selecting cuts that we want to use for our editing. Let's open Edit. Here we have all the tools we need for editing. As you know, we can keep searching content in the MAM system or in the production view as well, selecting the category that you want to use. Then drop more files to the timeline, more assets, but using the proxy here. Once in the timeline for your cuts, what you can do is edit. Use the rough cut editing tools to split multiple cuts, change the order, and see the complete sequence in the sequence player. But if what you want to do is use your local editor, you just have to download the EDL that will use the low-res files, in that case MP4, to continue your editing from your Vegas in that case. You just have to go to your project, and with just one click we are importing that EDL. Now we are not using the high-res, we are using the low-res. If you take a look on each of the files loaded automatically from VSNExplorer, we are loading the MP4 version. That could be optimized depending on your network connectivity, of course. We are not accessing to the high-res, we are accessing to the low-res for editing. And when you finish your production, with just one click you will select the destination. In that case, I will select the destination that could be, for example, a PAM category, creating a new asset of any of the specific available classes. Let's set a title, and that's all. Our engines in background will do the transcoding job from that low-res editing. Now you can continue working with the low-res from your remote location, from your home, and let the system do the rest. In background, the system will do the consolidation. If we take a look to the workflows viewer, we will see the real-time evolution of that render. And when it finished, if I going to search my render, here we go, we have an asset already consolidated from that low-res editing from my computer, and we have the proxy available, the thumbnail, and also, if you remember, this belongs to a PAM category that you can go and also access to the asset from the production view. So this is the workflow from low-res editing and using the render farm to be able to consolidate the job in background. So the idea is being able to access from any location, any remote location, doesn't matter the network connectivity, because you are working with the low-res, not with the high-res, and then with just one click, let the system do the rest, that is, that consolidation in background. And furthermore, we can have exactly the same workflow in a news environment where the journalists can use our VSN News Connect web plugin to create their editings using the low-res. So I will access to the newsroom computer system, I will create a MOS object using our VSNExplorer MOS web plugin, and here we can use exactly the same workflow. We can search assets in the MAM or in the PAM, we can drop them into the timeline, and also we can load the cutter player, at the end use Edit to do our proxy editing. If we want to use that sequence in our NLE using the low-res, we can also have the option here to download the EDL for the low-res editing. We go to our project of the NLE, and with just one click we are importing that EDL created from the News Connect. So here the journalist can continue the workflow editing in low resolution, so it doesn't matter the network connectivity, even from home the journalists can do all they need to do using their NLE from their computer. So when they finish the production, again with just one click, we can consolidate that render in low res, deciding the destination. In this case, I will search the most object created in the News Connect, best moments, and here we just have to accept. Again, our render engines will do the task in background.